Welcome to the Dr. Erin Show. May you live your truth. Good morning, La La Land. This is Dr. Erin talking about the power of habit. So just to distinguish, I am a doctor of divinity, and the reason why we call ourselves doctors is because when we reveal the truth, we heal. And so if you want to heal your life, if you want to be empowered, if you want to know your full potential, you've got to expand your mind. So this daily podcast is all about knowing the truth and expanding consciousness in the realm of everything from relationships and love to health and vitality, to money and career, and to creative expression. So today's title of this podcast is The Power of Habit. So, I look back on my life and on my career, working with some very highly successful entrepreneurs, CEOs, and different areas of life. And what I've witnessed is people's daily habits. I think it's obviously very well known in the empowerment world, how much habits play into success in people's lives. And so today I want to talk to you about habits. And I've witnessed this from everything from people who are Grammy winners to people who have had, hundreds of millions of dollars in success in their business, to people that have extraordinary relationships. And it all comes down to their habits, because we know good habits end in good things and poor habits end in dysfunction pretty much. So if you want to have a good life, you got to pay attention to your habits. It's the little things that really add up, truly. So personally, I have had a lot of things manifest in my life out of habit. One thing and one reason people ask, I can't believe, why are you doing this daily podcast? That's just so much work. Because I'm like, well, it takes about at least an hour by the time I write it, record it for 11 minutes and upload it. It's easily an hour every day. And the reason why I did that, and I'm going to jump ahead today, because every day we have a law of the universe. And today we're actually talking about the most common one heard of, which is a law of attraction. And we know that which we embody is that which we can have in life. If we want anything in life, we have to embody it. So the reason why I do a daily podcast is because when you truly understand that, you get that. For instance, me doing a daily podcast is not, yes, it's about service. Yes, it's about giving, different distinctions and having great content out there. But in a selfish way, it's really about developing myself. It's about me getting used to giving talks, just having a few bullet points, going over the law of the universe, daily spiritual practice and challenge of the day, and really developing my ability to just have a few points and begin to speak and have a story involved and develop my confidence around just walking up on stage, for example, and saying, I got to give a power talk that's 10, 20, 30 minutes right now. Let's do it. Go. Right? So anytime we truly desire to be something or have a life we desire, we have to embody that. Dancers, the best ballet dancers in the world didn't become that overnight. They had to practice every single day, the rudiments, right? The best people that ever wrote, the best books, they write every single day. Very common for people to realize that if they want to embody and become experts, they have to have habits around that which they seek. So on that note, knowing this, I remember when I first did my first 40-day challenge, because I believe habits begin with making different set amount of times you're going to do habits. We know that both science and religion have advocated the concept of habits, aka discipline. I call it discipline. You can call it habits. You can call it whatever you want. But according to, the famous study, Dr. Maxwell Malz in 1960, the famous surgeon who noticed how long it took for his patients to get used to seeing themselves after an amputation, he said it was at least 21 days. So then everyone thought, well, it's 21 days to have a new habit, right? And then in 2000, I think it was 6 or 9, Phillippa Lally conducted a study in which she found that it took anywhere from 18 to 254 days to create a new habit. So based on multiple research and studies, it appears it can take between 2 and 8 months. But the bottom line is that we know it really actually comes down to the power of decision is really what the power of habits come down to, because there's a decision that has to be made to be committed enough to see that through. So again, back to, I remember the first time I did a 40-day challenge. It was actually during my ministerial program some years back. And I had this one course, and it had the Book of Abundance, I believe what it was called. And it was for 40 days. We had to read just a little we had to reaffirm things every single day of knowing the truth. And I think we had to do a meditation every single day. And if we missed one day, then we had to go back to day one and see it through for 40 days. And I remember when I finally saw it through, I think it was the second time or something, I realized it was the first time in my life I think I'd ever done anything consistently for 40 days straight. If you think about it, right? We have Monday through Friday. Maybe we're really consistent that time. The weekend comes, we kind of slack off, whatever it is. So I realized, holy cow, this is the first time I've ever done thing for 40 days. And it was, I think it was around meditation. It must have been something different. But anyway, I remember just thinking 40 days, if I could do something for 40 days consistent, imagine what I could do. So I remember I began to blog every single day, and I would take on 40-day challenges. And then I would do things like walking every single day for an hour every single day for 40 days, things like that. And I just remember that I had these fun challenges, and it became like a game of life. And in fact, I began to have my son as my accountability partner, and it was a fun little check-in that we do every day. And I would just take on new challenges, and it was super fun. And what ended up happening, I ended up having hundreds of blogs, which turned into my book, which turned into a bestseller, and blah, blah, blah. So bottom line is that these things work, and you can have fun with them, and you can do all kinds of things. And I remember on Facebook years ago, I used to do 30-day challenges all the time with just my community. And people do everything. They do things for like affirmations for 40 days. They do meditations for 40 days. They'd eat just whole foods for 40 days, write one blog post, learn something new every day, go for a walk every day, write a letter of gratitude every day, do something you've never done before every day, learn something new every day, write a new song or poem each day, network with 3 new people each day, do a random act of kindness each day, or journal, something like that. So it turned into this really super, super fun thing in my life. And so I just want to talk about it today, knowing that you may consider doing that for yourself. You may consider that you can take on a 30-day challenge. We're just into this month. You can take it at any time. It doesn't have to be at the first of the month. You can do it at any point in time. But knowing that the law of attraction, back to the law of the day. So the law today, every day we discuss a different aspect of the law. There's only one law. It's the law of cause and effect. But there's many different distinctions of the law. So today's distinction is the law of attraction or resonance. So this universal mechanism is best described by the axiom, which is like a truth. You attract and repel that which you are. You attract or repel that which you are. This law is the culmination of all universal laws and describes how you manifest and demonstrate through physical, mental, spiritual embodiment. Life sets into motion by the magnetic frequency of your soul, which is created from your beliefs, the actualization of who you are, and the actions you take, right? So who are you and what are you attracting, right? So if you want to have something in life, it's really about embodying that mindset, embodying that wisdom, embodying those skills, embodying that, muscle memory, embodying that which you seek. If you seek to be a, highly successful businesswoman, then you need to embody those skills. You need to get the wisdom around that, the mindset around that, the networking around that, all of those things that you need, the resources, and those take habits. Those are things that we build like a muscle, our mindset, the skill set, the leadership distinctions, on and on and on. So take on one thing. So today's spiritual practice is to practice. Take one thing and practice it today. Maybe it's simply staying in a good mindset. That's in itself a really good practice. Maybe it's doing meditation every day, maybe twice a day, 20 minutes a day, whatever that is. I don't know what that is, but practice. So today's challenge, because we have a game of life, and today's challenge is to pick one thing you want to develop a habit around and get an accountability partner. That's going to save your ass, trust me. And it's fun. Get your best friend, get your sister, get your mother, get your whatever, and find somebody who wants to do, they don't have to do the same thing as you. They could be doing something completely different. Maybe one person wants to, work out every day for 40 days. Maybe one person wants to, find new networking every single day, 3 new people. I don't know what that is, but find an accountability partner that you can call up each day or text and say, did you do your, challenge today? Yes, I did. Cool. Because if you slack off, say it's day 6 and you slack off, you got to start all the way over at day 1. and begin again. Habits have to be done every single day, and it helps if you do it every single day at the same time. But anyway, so on that note, you guys, I know today is a divine day to step into what you truly desire to embody. And I know the perfection of habits, the power of habits, which always begins with the choice of a decision in mind, but always knowing that habits is what makes it automated. You don't have to worry about it anymore. It's something once you embody something, you embody it, right? You have to give it away to receive it. Okay. So you can find me at drerin.tv to get all my interviews, the show, 30 guided meditations, lessons, blah, 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 blah. You can go to drerin.tv and download that. Comes straight to your email. You can find me on iTunes, Google Play, iHeartRadio, all the above, across all social media as Dr. Erin or drerin.tv, and give me a message. Tell me what you want to talk about. We're going to actually start doing Q&As, call-ins on the show and things like that as well. So I want to hear what's going on for you and what you want to talk about. We're also doing a lot of interviews, a lot of show on dating, love, and relationship, because I think everybody cares about that. Even if you're married, you still got to learn how to get in good relationship and keep the romance and keep the spark and keep the fun, passion, purpose all alive, you guys. So have a wonderful day, and may you live your truth.